What up, Sax Gang? So we are here. I'm about to get a Techno House saxophone mini lesson.
Yes, that's correct. We're going to talk about how to create a great bass line.
Cool.
A great bass line and a great groove, and how to add a top line to it.
Dope.
So first, what I like to say is I love jumping octaves on saxophone. And when I do it, I really like to put a lot of emphasis on the downbeat, on the low notes, and a softer touch on the upbeats and the mid-range notes. So you want to try that? Maybe
Yes.
a little slower.
Yeah.
Just try chromatically up to F sharp maybe.
Okay. That's cool.
And you can keep on going up the horn.
Yeah. Different for me to think about kind of tapping both of those places and really paying attention to the dynamics.
Yeah. The emphasis being on, like, you want it to kind of sound like, you want the top notes to almost be ghosted, not actually ghosted,
Okay.
but you really want to hear, like, it's, it's somewhere in between an effect and a note.
Kind of like that?
Yeah.
And you're tonguing that top note, or?
I'm slurring the first and then tonguing the next, like.
Cool. Gotcha.
Yeah. So when I'm making a bass line, I tell a lot of people beginners to stick to the pentatonic scale, and if you want to go outside of that, to stay in the Phrygian mode is my favorite for making. I like that flat too. I don't know what it is, people. But so I made this bass line. It's a great example, and check it out. I do the octave jump, but also kind of have a tag at the end to make it a little more interesting. Like, if you're always just like, this gets a little old, so I put this little tag at the end that's, so it's and I like to play it as fast as I can.
Yeah.
Basically, I'm doing a lot of these exercises at 174, but you might want to start slower than that.
Yep.
Want to try that out?
Let's try it. Slower is my speed. That's how I learn best.
2
Yeah.
And so far,
that's really cool. It's just like I'm realizing that all my habits are coming forward, and I don't often do a double top.
Yeah.
That's cool.
It's just kind of part of the percussive style of the whole thing.
Yeah.
A lot of this comes from me just trying to keep time and playing. You know what I mean? Like adding little
Love it.
things. Like something that people don't necessarily notice is a lot of times I'm like doing like extra percussion that no one can hear, just to try to keep time in my head. You know what I mean? What I like to do now is modify the bass line, play the first part, just the, and then add a top line.
Okay.
So I like to also stick with pentatonic or the Phrygian mode, and then I like adding in little color tones, color notes.
Color tones.
Some of my favorite are flat 5, tritone.
Yes.
And I actually really like a natural 7 or raised 7. Whenever I'm like ending the phrase, I just love the sound of like the.
Yeah.
It just gives that,
That is cool.
Yeah, and then kind of for more advanced learners, I like to throw in natural 3. which harmonically I'm not sure how it fits. I don't know what kind of chord this would be, but I love the sound of the minor third on the bottom, natural third on top with that flat 2. So that's like a Balkan sound. So that comes from Balkan music, or like I listen to Balkan beatbox, for example.
Nice.
Is a band that uses that kind of stuff. So that sounds like.
That's so hip.
Yeah.
That is so hip.
Yeah. But you can switch it up. You want to try doing that, and we'll alternate who plays
Yeah.
the melody? All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was loving. I was just like, let me sit on the major third because I like never do that in that context.
Yeah, and this is something that's great for busking because you can just do it forever, and you can make little variations, and you can have fun changing it up by yourself. You're the captain of the ship. You can change it if you wanted to start going. You know, you can add whatever crazy stuff.
Flavor Flav.
But I suggest with beginners to start really simple, just something like.
Nice.
You know.
I love an exercise that you can have something you can start right away and have it be simple and then add on and different levels of complexity.
Yeah, I mean, you can eventually make it like. You know?
Yes. Yes. Thank you, Professor Leo, for that mini lesson on Techno House Saxophone Bassline.
Absolutely, you got it.